Yo, what's good, gamers? It's another Spiritonic tutorial. All right, yeah, let's go. All right, enough of that. We're gonna be doing a tutorial video on the Razer Kiyo setup. Why? The reason why I'm doing a Razer Kiyo setup tutorial is I'm not editing this video, so this is gonna be all raw. I'm doing a Razer Kiyo video because it took me forever to figure this out, and I finally got it figured out. So I want to show you what I got figured out and what was the issues and all that stuff. Let's just I don't know what my hands are doing. Let's just get into it. All right. So here we are. This you're seeing right now the Razer Kiyo with the ring light. I don't know which, it's not like the Pro or anything. It's just a standard Razer Kiyo. I mean, maybe it's, I don't know what it is. It's just the one with the ring light. All right. That's all you need to know. Let me turn this down a little bit for myself. So let's go to our little thing here. Let me bring up main display. So if you have your Razer Kiyo setup, you already installed all your drivers and all that stuff. Then all you can do is just hit configure video. It'll pull up this here, and then you'll have all your Razer Kiyo settings. Now you could do it through Synapse. I think that requires way too many resources than I want to use on my computer, so I don't use Synapse. I completely uninstalled it because fuck that shit. First thing I want to say, if your webcam is running slow, if it is lagging, and this is a big one, this pissed me off. This took me so long to figure out. I figured it out literally today. So like, if your webcam is running slow, it's being laggy, first of all, come down here, set this to custom, or it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's actually that important. But I set the resolution 1920 by 1080 and then just scaled it. Highest FPS. This is very important. Highest FPS. I had it on match output FPS, and it slowed down my webcam so much it was like lagging. It was bad. So I switched it to highest FPS, and that fixed it entirely. So if you're having an issue with the Razer Kiyo being slow, put it on highest FPS. That should fix your problem. And anyway, so and I left all this shit the way it is here. I mean, I just, I adjusted some things, whatever. So enough of that, right? Now let's go here. So here are all your settings, your properties for everything you need. I'm not going to go through every single one because they're self-explanatory, right? Brightness adjusts the brightness, like go back to 126. I'll be just saying this is, I'm not going to show the screen. I'm going to show you the webcam so you can see more clearly what it's doing, but you know what I'm using. Contrast, for instance, I'm at 121. I'm just trying to make sure I don't forget my own settings. This is what it does, right? I'm just showing you what it does. I'm not going to go through every single one because you're smart. You can figure it out. Saturation, 148, gives you that, color. It's the thing that helps you for color, right? If you wanted to go black and white stream, right? Like you could. I like a lot of color because I like showing. I just like watching. I like that it brings out my hair, but I also have acting like a motherfucker. So the redder I get, yeah. I like this. I like this. This is nice. Sharpness. This is a big one. If you're having an issue with your camera being maybe a little fuzzy, right? Sharpness is probably the cause of it, right? So I'm at sharpness 95. I have it pretty low because watch what happens when I shoot it up. When it's all the way up, you see all these little tiny dots everywhere. It makes it look ugly. It's disgusting. It's not good. It's not pleasant to look at. So all you gotta do is just turn that shit down. Let me make sure I get a good clear angle on what I'm looking at here as I'm doing this. Have it on 80, maybe have it like 112, probably a good sharpness level, maybe 120. Yeah, it's not bad. Why not? 119, 120, maybe 115, maybe. Yeah, that is gonna be your main thing for if you are dealing with fuzzies on the screen. Sharpness might be your thing that helps you get rid of that, eliminate that fuzziness. That's what worked for me. That's what I found. I also, side note, it could also be your GPU as well. I don't know. Disclaimer, I am not a tech wizard. I'm not a tech guy. I'm doing these tutorials mostly for myself. because I forget information once I learned it. It just leaves my brain when I no longer need it. So I'm doing these videos mostly for myself, but I am not a tech guy. If you're like, hey, Spirit, this shit doesn't work, what do I do? I'm not your guy. All right, I'm not your guy. All right, I got no fucking clue what this shit is. I just know what I've done and what works. I can't help you. If this shit doesn't work, I can only give you possible solutions, but I got no idea. I hope this shit works for you though, because it worked for me. But anyways, moving on. The white balance, I don't like fucking with this. It's 5,740. It's on auto, but you can take it off from auto, and it does that. I don't like fucking with this shit too much, I'll be honest. So I just like to have it at auto. Yeah, so I just don't like fucking with it. Backlight comp, gain comp, that's all on 0. I don't really know what to do with that shit, so I just keep it that way. Camera control. This affects your zoom, so if you want to be hyper zoomed in, you can be hyper zoomed in. I don't care to use that ever. Focus is pretty good. Let me actually see. Yeah. I'd set it at 190. Just get it to where it's super crisp, and then fuck with that until you get a very crisp angle. That's usually how I usually set it. Exposure is good, especially right now because of I'm doing this in front of my window, so I have a the exposure, like if it was like at -3, I have it to -8, because if it's at -3, it brights up. Also, what I learned about doing this video is that when I crank up the exposure, I get very laggy very quickly. So it could also be, if you're experiencing lag, it'd be because of your exposure is too high. I don't know why that does anything at all, but you just saw it. It just made my shit lag. I don't know why. It just did. But anyways, that's all my settings, I think. I'm pretty sure it's all my settings. So, in closing, I hope you learned something. I hope you got something out of this. This is not a professional video. This is not one of those like, you know, clearly this is just like me winging it video, because I don't know. I don't do this shit. I don't do these tutorial videos. This is not my thing. This is not my thing. I like to stream video games and play video games. That's what I like to do. Speaking of which, twitch.tv/Spiritonic. If you want to watch me stream some games, I'm going through a Minecraft Let's Play right now. It's gonna be fun. Gonna try to beat every boss on hardcore mode. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I don't know if I'll ever do another. I do tutorial videos when a problem shows up and I fix it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Maybe people would want to know how to fix this. So hopefully I don't run into any issues, so I never have to do a tutorial video again, because I'm not good at this shit. But that's it. That's it for me. I will see you in the next video, wherever that is.